Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of the Marla and Toni Show. Toni and I have been doing a lot of videos lately on all sorts of spiritual subjects, and we hope that you're enjoying them. And today is a very interesting kind of creepy. We're going to talk about lower energies, darker energies, maybe some attachments. It does happen. I mean, everything's not all sparkly and the highest vibration. There are lower energies too. Some of you may have experienced some of them. Maybe some lower attachments. I had some energetic attachments on me. A couple of years ago I had to have removed. If you just look at people on the freeway, you know, the road rage, or the people waiting in line at the bank, or just the kind of the anger around the planet right now, it's, you know, no surprise that there's some lower energy going around. So we want to talk about how to release it, how to clear yourself, how to keep the lower energies away, keep your vibration high, keep your aura and yourself clear. And Toni, you were telling me earlier that you have clients or people calling you, asking you about this, saying, I've got a low level attachment, or somebody put a curse on me, and they're calling you about this. So tell us what you're hearing and what you think about all of this.
Absolutely, Marla. So one of the things, I'll often get a phone call, or most of the time these types of requests come in an email. People will email me and they'll say, you know, something is attached to me. I have a demon. Somebody put a curse on me. And it's usually because they're behaving in a way that they know is not normal. Things are coming out of their mouth that they normally would not say. And then they're like, oh my God, where did that come from? They're doing things that they would normally not do. Now there's a whole, I cannot tell you the number of things I have heard. There are succubuses and sexubuses and dark, the sexubuses. Okay, I just made that word up, but it's something that is, I forget what the actual name for it is, but people feel like something has attached to them that just wants to have intercourse with them or make them have intercourse repeatedly. And there are many other, like, whether people believe it's an earthbound spirit, a demonic entity, a lower energy, something from a whole nother dimension. There are many things that people believe can have, would attach to them and start taking them over.
Do you do any healings for these people? Do you do distance healings, or what do you tell them, or do you refer them out if anybody's watching and they see this and then they want to contact you?
Okay, so here's the thing. Unfortunately, many times the people who contact me, one of the lines in their email will be, I have no money. Can you fix this for free? This is one of the most challenging things to fix, and they are asking me, can you fix me for free? I have a demon on my back. Can you take it off for free? And the answer is no. No, I'm not a demonologist. I don't take demons off for free. Okay, I don't know anybody that does. So if you've got a demon on your back, learn how to get it off yourself, or get some money together.
Yeah, I think even if you had an exorcism from the Catholic Church, I think they'd want a donation.
Yes, and it's not a small donation either.
Right.
Because you think you can go drop your spare change in their thing, and they're like, no, we need a donation of.
Yes.
Okay, now, here's what I'm going to say about having somebody else release it for you. Sometimes it is mental illness that I can tell this person might have a little bit of an imbalance in their mind or brain, and that's why they're thinking this is going on. Okay. But sometimes truly, there's a book I read, a spirit release book I read, where people who had multiple personalities, those personalities were not a case of multiple personalities. It was a case of spirit release, and when this person worked with them, they released all of these spirits, and then this person only had one personality, their personality. And that's not the case for everyone, but it was the case for a couple of the people that had come to them. Also, one case where a person wanted a sex change operation from male to female. And part of getting a sex change operation is you have to have counseling for that.
Yes.
Person went to a person who does hypnotherapy and released a spirit, and that person no longer wanted the sex change operation.
Fascinating.
Very fascinating.
Fascinating.
No, don't understand me. These are specific cases. This is not everyone across the board. Not every person who wants a sex change operation has a spirit attached.
Of course
Some
not.
people really are born internally female, but end up with a genitalia that doesn't match.
Right.
Sometimes body, and I have no problem with that. Be who you want to be and be happy being it. That's
Absolutely.
my motto.
Absolutely.
Now, the way I deal with lower energies, entities, I do distant healings on them.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I do. Right. In some cases, hypnosis can help, but a lot of people who need my help are not in my area. Mm-hmm. So I do distant healings on them and what is attached to them. Because in order for something to attach to you, it's not healed. It's right. Okay, you get that, right?
Yeah, I do distance healings for people too. A lot of times they'll go and order that on my website, an angel reading combo with the distance healing all over the world, which is really exciting that we can do that because there's no space and time. I mean, with energy, you don't have to be right there. It's all happening now. It's all here, so we can do that.
I tell you, distant healings can sometimes be more powerful than in-person healings, and so I've had people contact me and say, my son or my daughter or my husband, and I said, we can do a distant healing. They don't even need to know about it. If their highest self, if their spirit agrees with it, the spirit will suck it in, take that distant healing, and the changes are amazing. So for you and I, we can do these distant healings for people that will allow them to have miraculous changes, and even in the area of attachments.
Right. And something, I'm into crystals, and something that is great for warding off and protection, and even against psychic attack. Maybe you have a coworker that doesn't like you, or an ex or their ex's new girlfriend or something, whatever. Black tourmaline. I do have it in a necklace. I have two. I'm not wearing it today, but often I wear that black tourmaline. And then I always have a big piece by my computer. I have one by my television. It's good for electromagnetic, the EMTs, the pollution coming off of the computers and stuff. But that's great smoky quartz. I just got this new wand, this smoky quartz wand that I'm going to be using for healing. You use this part on the person, and then you can release some things with that. I'm very excited to. And look at inside. I don't know if you can see the
if you look inside of quartz, you can see all different types of images.
And then there's some rainbow colors in here. It's just fantastic. And then so I had, if anybody's read my book, The Buddha Made Me Do It, A Field Guide to Enlightenment, or if you want to read that spiritual memoir, I have a chapter where I found out that I had lower level entities attached to me. I had 10. And what was happening, I think, was I was really on an accelerated spiritual path. I was going to workshops, to lectures, to group things. And I think somewhere along the way, and I was working with the spirit boards and calling in different spirits, communicating all of this stuff. And I think somewhere I got an attachment. Now, I felt it one night, and I was trying to learn how to channel. So I still love channeling, and now I channel my angel, which is great. And I always, did clearings, and everything's very light and bright in here with crystals and incense. And, I only dabble in the good stuff. But I felt something comes straight through my crown chakra when I was laying in bed, and it paralyzed me, and my mouth opened wide. I was paralyzed, and I thought for a second, something's coming in to channel. I'm going to channel. This is so exciting. But the energy was so heavy, it scared me. I started yelling in my brain because I couldn't move. I was paralyzed in my brain. Jesus, for Jesus and Archangel Michael, please come. And I said to the thing, listen. And I was like, so funny. I said, I'm sorry if you're not a negative entity, but I don't feel good. Please get out of me because I don't. You got to leave. You got to leave. And it did. It left. I felt it left. So when I went to the Imagine Center, which I talk about in the book, and I'll put the link below, Goddess Tahita is the woman that owns it, and she's a powerful healer, and I've learned a lot from her. I went in for just a regular clearing that she had offered because I was on the healing team there, and she told me, I said, I hadn't been feeling good. Okay, you guys might have something similar. For months, I had a hardness at my solar plexus. It was hard, and I told my husband, something's wrong. I don't know what's going on. And he was like, you're crazy. I said, no, it feels weird. And then my right arm was hurting. And so she asked me, how's everything going? I explained about the solar plexus, my arm, and I was very constipated, and which was unusual because I take a lot of fiber and water, and this was not something that was happening. But it was just no matter what I took. I mean, I couldn't go to the bathroom. So she said, well, you've got these lower level attachments. You've got 10. And so what they do is they cut you off from the base chakra. And that was the main one that had come in through my crown. And then there was these other ones like wrapped around my rib, my throat, wrapped around my ears. Isn't this weird? Like I'd never heard of this, but she could see this energetic stuff. And so it's like out of a science fiction film, and I was like, what? So I get on the table. She was so skilled. I still, as a healer, I'm still learning. I don't know how to do it. I'd like to learn one day, but I don't know how. So she was able to do it. She spent over an hour with me, and I felt this menthol feeling cooling at the top of my scalp, and I felt lighter, and I got up and I was like, whoa. And then I went in the next week for one more clearing, and she said, they're gone. And it wasn't any, it was kind of scary when it came in, and then it did try to come back and attach. It came in one more time, and I asked her, I said, why, how, if you removed them, how did they find me again? How'd they come back? She says, there was still some fragments in your bedroom and they wanted to reattach. But I got up and I grabbed my crucifix, I grabbed my Jesus statue, I grabbed my crystals, I saged the whole house, I called in the Jesus and the angels and Archangel Michael, and she said that was a perfect reaction. They left and they didn't come back. And so it's not like some full-on possession, but there's some lower energies that so many people imagine. If you think about, like Toni, we were talking about the prisons, or people, maybe if you're using drugs, a lot of alcohol, that leaves you open to some lower level attachments that will come in through the chakras, attached to the spine. It's nothing to be ashamed of, because first I was ashamed. I thought, what did I do wrong in my spiritual journey? But she told me this was exciting, because she says, Marla, this is good that it happened to you, because now as a healer, you know what it's like. So if someone comes to you, you can empathize with them, you know how they feel, you know what's going on here. And it's good that I had that experience, because maybe someone would tell me and I'd think, is it in their mind? I have no idea. So at least I know, and I have had some people come to me when I've done healing sessions that said, I feel something. So, you clear and you clear and you clear. So that's my journey with that. And it was it's like, wow, I'm glad I went through it and know what's going on here.
Yeah. One thing I really want to emphasize, if you do drugs, if you're taking heavy pharmaceutical medications, if you are drinking, and even if you're smoking, even the good smoking, marijuana that people say, oh, it's medicinal. Remember, as you're doing that, that leaves an opening for something to come in. Yes. And I don't want to freak people out and make them afraid, because fear is the biggest opener. When we live in faith and we live in light, things have a more difficult time attaching. And I want to, like, let's say, look, we always say it's dark. The attachment is a dark. So if you're white and this dark is coming in, your white, your light is going to transmute that dark if you're strong enough. If you're also energetically tired, really tired or low or feeling loathsome, your energy is not strong
Mm-hmm.
and will not be able to just, transmute this, and it has the opportunity to get further and further into your energetic being.
Mm-hmm.
I always tell people strong mind, strong body, strong energy.
Yeah.
The more you physically use your body and own it,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, own your body, own
Yes.
your energy,
Yes.
own it.
Yes.
The less opportunity something else is going to have to get in and say, oh, here's a nice little home. I think I'm going to nest right here.
Right. Let's say you're at a rock concert even, or a festival, there's a lot of people around, and so something can attach to you. It's just the energy. We pick up energies.
Absolutely. And always remember, you're a magnet to what will attach to you. So whatever you are, wherever you are, if you're really high, something really, literally and figuratively, I guess, if you're really high one way, something that likes getting really high that way might attach to you.
Yeah.
But if you're really high energetically and love and light, that is what will come. I did a healing on someone last night, and it was a distant healing, and this person is unaware they're even getting healings. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to tell you what I saw first, and then I'll tell you what this person does.
Okay.
I saw this really big, I could not see the face, but this really big, icky person sexually abusing somebody, basically raping somebody. And I kept doing the healing, and I was a little freaked out by it, but I kept doing the healing on this person, and all of a sudden it went whoosh, and it was gone. Mm-hmm. And then I saw 2 huge German shepherds with like a 5-year-old. And then I just kept doing the healing, and then that faded slowly. Now, this person that I'm doing the healings on is actually a police officer. Oh. So and I know this person does not look like this. Uh-huh. So this might be a case that this person is working on. This might be something that they saw, something that stuck with them, mm-hmm. or somebody that, whatever it is. But
see, that's a police. That's one job. Like a police officer is someone that should be clearing. That they wouldn't probably know this a lot. I wouldn't imagine too many police officers are into this kind of work, spirituality and healing. It's kind of just opposite. But they would do well with energy healing or learning to clear themselves, learning to because they pick up other with criminals, and they have to be on guard, and they have to sometimes use their temper and force, and so they really need that healing and clearing. Yeah.
Imagine being in the military or being a police officer and having to kill somebody,
yes.
whether in self-defense or for whatever reason.
Right.
And those spirits might not like that. And I'm not saying this again, I don't want to make anybody fearful, but it is very important to clear yourself continually. Mm-hmm. It's so important to clear yourself, especially if you're in that line of work.
And clearing, let's give people a quick way to clear themselves. So if they don't know, what's your favorite way to clear yourself?
Well, you're not going to believe this. The moment I start saying, thank you, God, I love you, God, thank you, God, I love you, God, everything in me opens, lightens, and you can literally feel old energies, negative energies, old moods just going. Mm-hmm. Now, whether these are entities or my own BS energy that I've been saying, I'm so pissed at my mommy, or I'm so blah, I'm so entitled to be angry, wah, wah, wah. As the moment I start to say, thank you, God, and I repeat it continually, something happens. Okay. Something happens, and it's just like, whew.
Awesome. You can take sage and sage your body, burn some sage. You can take a Epsom salt bath. You can take a shower and just imagine the water running over you, clearing everything and going down the drain, visualizing, using visualization. So there's just some easy ways. It's pretty fast. Or pray when, like Toni was doing, and pray and say, please take this, please, angels, please take any lower energies off of me and fill me with love and light.
Absolutely, absolutely. So one other thing that I would say too that you can do is you can put crystals systematically on and around your body.
Yes.
And that will change because crystals have a vibration.
Yes.
And the idea is you want your vibration to be high. The higher your vibration, those lower vibratory beings are not going to be able to attach them.
That's
so
right.
Crystals, anything that gives you that higher vibration, and Marla, you say this so often, and I'm surprised I'm the one that's saying it first, dance, dance,
dance, dance, put on some good fun music, dance, we love to dance, and it gets our vibrations so high. So I'll end, go ahead.
Anything especially that shakes that root chakra, rotates, moves it, shake it, that's going to get it all gone.
The root chakra, just swivel your hips, you'll get that going. Now I'll end with a really fun story about when you have your vibration raised and high. So I was doing a law of attraction experiment last week. I said, okay, I'm going to test this. How fast can I manifest? And I said, universe, please send me, I would like someone to give me a gift of a crystal. Someone's going to give me a crystal. That's my test for the universe, my experiment. I probably said it, could have been 10 days ago. And then I thought to myself the other day, oh, I didn't get one. I said, wonder what's going on here. Yesterday, a new friend came over. Her and her boyfriend were taking me and my husband out to dinner, and they picked us up. And she runs up to the door and she says, oh, Marla, before we go, I brought you this. And it's an amethyst base.
That is so beautiful.
It's a little money tree, and it's got the clear quartz crystals and the looks like turquoise and then the amethyst. So I got 3 crystals here, 3 types. And so it came through. I mean, that was pretty exciting. So now I'll just keep graduating to, I've got to ask for something else. I'm going to ask the universe to bring me something else and see. It's just so fun. It's fun, you guys. So raise your vibration. How? Dancing, meditating, doing something nice for somebody else, watching a funny movie. So there's a lot of ways that you can do that. Petting your dog, hugging your child, doing anything that makes you feel great. You can kind of feel that shift that makes you kind of tingle.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yes.
All right, you guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and please leave your comments below and let us know if you've had any attachments, if you knew anybody who did, what you do to clear yourself, what you do to protect yourself. We want to hear about it. If you have any questions, ask, and we can answer it in another video. If you want a distance healing from either of us, our info is below. And much love to you guys, and share this video and like it so others can find it, and we appreciate you, and we'll see you soon. Bye.
Bye-bye.